Hi Taurus, I'm here to do your check-in reading. I'm going to pull your overall state of being, and then I'm going to pull in several main categories, okay, with the tarot, as well as general thematic themes for you guys right now, okay? I'm going to pull in love, in career and work, as well as home and family and self, okay? So to start us out, I'm going to pull a major overall theme, state of being, all right, that you're working on or struggling with right now. All right, to begin, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to Lunar Moxie Tarot. If you're new, I'm the Benevolent Rebel. We have Grace. Beautiful card. Okay, and you guys may be stepping into a period of grace because your ruling planet, Venus, is about to enter your sign. All right, by the end of the month, it'll be several degrees within your sign, okay? Having moved through Aries, your 12th house, okay, which is, you know, with all the energies that have been in Aries, if you're a true Taurus ascendant, that may have been somewhat difficult for you because there may have been a lot of negotiations and talks and energies, a lot of times representative of other human beings, all right, involved in things that are not on the surface or that everybody's in the loop on, okay, so to speak, which can sometimes be hard. Okay, or just a lot of energy in your active 12th house, which is the subconscious and things that go on under the radar. So that could have been somewhat difficult, but those will be making they're all beneficial planets in there, and they will be making their way to the first house. Okay, so Spirit, for my Taurus, for my Bull, can I please pull 4 cards? Let's start with the Self. I get doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay? And that is going to be a theme, especially with that stuff popping in the 12th. You're going to be doing a lot of internal examination, all right? When all those energies pop into the 12th, okay, that seem to revolve or represent those themes. For love, you have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Okay? And again, like Venus and Mars are going to set off a lot of imagination, okay? Because like I said, 12th house, subconscious with all those planetary energies moving through there. And Jupiter will expand that. So it will expand the imagination in anything of those 12th house themes, okay? Anything negative going on, okay? And it would be also expanded, okay? All right? Won't last forever. And it's for your own soul growth, okay? So try and embrace it as well as you can. Can I have family for my Taurus? Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay? So there may be some issues here around family and home that are interfering with your health right now. Either because of tension, and again, sometimes when there's tensions at home, especially, you know, when those planetary energies are present in the 12th, you may not be something that you feel like you can share with everyone, okay? But it's important to find somebody you can share it with. For career, we have fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, okay? And that might be just of loving yourself. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change, okay? I think that's a very popular theme in the Serenity Prayer for those of you that are in recovery. Let's see. I'm going to use a Light Seers deck today, all right, to pull the tarot. And I'll explain as we go along. And I'm also going to pull a challenge for each category as well as advice from the universe. Then I'm going to pull a separate lane with a separate deck, okay, about some stuff you don't see coming. And I will pull clarifiers, but I'll stop to go over each lane as we go along. Have for my Taurus in work and career. Already popping. In work and career. Major themes for my Taurus in work and career. Events. We have the Magician. The Five of Swords. Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. and justice. It's definitely something that you're trying to manifest here with career, okay? And you may need to let go of some fear to do it. I don't really read reversals in here, but the Five of Swords came out in reverse, which can be indicative of it's not, you know, some people say, oh, it's always the opposite. Sometimes it's like the war gets worse, okay? So, you know, and you have it here with the Queen of Swords in the upright. A lot of air energy here. If you have air placements in your chart or are dealing with somebody with air placements, or you do a lot of communications for work, it's definitely reflective here, okay? Because again, with Libra, which is also ruled by Venus here at the end, that's your advice, is to bring justice to a situation. There is a situation where you need to manifest some justice around, okay? With the Knight of Swords, that's very swift communication. That is your challenge, okay? That is indicative as a challenge. So you have a challenge in feeling like you can't communicate, and I'm you know, it's probably going back to this fear, because that's the thematic lesson for you here, all right? And you're going to need it, all right? Because the advice from the universe is to bring justice to this situation, okay? There's some sense of injustice surrounding work or career scenarios right now for you that you need to be firm on. Queen of Swords is a very direct individual, okay? She speaks, she's very sought after for her advice in the upright. All right, she speaks with authority, but she doesn't go around speaking or gossiping when she's not asked. You know, she sits above the clouds. She's been through a lot. She remembers what she's been through, and that's why she's so respected, you know, for her knowledge. She's an excellent communicator. All right, with the Five of Swords here, you may be coming out or experiencing some really troubling times surrounding some work or bickering, you know, at work. We'll see more when we pull the clarifiers and I pull the lane of what you don't see coming. Can I please have for home and family? On this health aisle, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul, please. I have an Ace of Cups, a Ten of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of love here at home, okay? A lot of love, okay? But something about it is a heavy burden. Some of you may actually be experiencing a move, which is, you know, high in the archy of one of the most stressful events that someone can go through, okay? Besides loss of a loved one, or you know, death in the family, all right? I do see a Ten of Wands here. There's something that's a significant burden here. All right, even though there's an overflowing Ace of Cups. For some of you, you may have had a birth of a child here, all right, because I do have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, and the give and take and the collaborations going on with family and at home right now are a very heavy burden, all right? Even blessings can be hard, okay, especially a new baby or a young baby in the home, all right? For others of you, for some reason, it's hard, especially when you do have a new child, to, you know, practice self-care for yourself. And there may, for those of you who are experiencing that right now, there is a need for you to redistribute give and take so that you each have everyone in the home or around the family, especially if there's something new going on or a move or anything of that sort, that you know, practice proper give and take in your home and family environments so that you can protect your health here. Okay, Taurus? Can I please pull for love for my Taurus, please? Wow. Oh, this is excellent. Okay, so for love, we have, it's just excellent on embracing your imagination. We have the Four of Wands, followed by the Nine of Cups, followed by the Tower. Okay, followed by the Ten of Pentacles, okay, is your challenge, is the Ten of Pentacles. So there may be some issues with extended family or accumulation of wealth right now, okay, that's going to pop up in a Tower, because I do have a marriage here, or a halfway to marriage card here on this love aisle. There's somebody that you very much have feelings for here, all right, that's a wish fulfillment for you, all right, but I have a Tower, and you may be experiencing a Tower because you realize that you're so in love with somebody, all right, but this is asking you to embrace and love creativity and imagination here, all right? And I do see a Ten of Pentacles as a challenge. There may be some obstacles to building the family environment that you want, or especially if there's a blended family or a very large family scenario, or feelings of pressure surrounding family legacy and expectations surrounding that is what I'm getting, all right? Because the advice here is 7 of Cups, okay? And the 7 of Cups can point to having a lot of options, okay? And, you know, needing to weigh up your options properly, but also needing to not make a decision when you're not quite sure, not rushing in to something, okay? When you're not sure and you're disillusioned like this guy, it's better to sometimes sit and wait. But, you know, you do need to weigh up your options. You have to explore those options to weigh them up. You can't just say, like, look from the background, you know? And you can't get stuck here too long. But with it being advice, it could be that you're taking too long to decide, or you are, and so much so that you're becoming disillusioned and warning you off that disillusionment. But we'll see when we pull the clarifiers, okay? And again, I have this feeling that it might be, since I have the 10 of Pentacles here as a challenge, that you are getting disillusioned, and it might be about other people's opinions in your family environment or prior family environments where you had a 10 of Pentacles. We're trying to build a 10 of Pentacles, especially here with the Tower, that's causing you disillusionment, okay, in your love life. All right, let's move to self, please, for my Taurus. For self, I release the need to know all the answers, and we have the Page of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the Sun. Wow, that's the ultimate happiness in the deck. So there seems to be ultimate happiness and joy in the deck, all right? But there is a need for self-care, for you guys to release doubt that you guys have, to know all the answers, okay? And that's about yourself. And here with study, with the Page of Swords, I get a vibe that you guys are like looking, you guys are looking for communication on an inward level with yourself, maybe self-talk, positive self-talk, to release self-doubt, okay, about collaboration and reconciliation. But there is a sense of mourning here, and it may be mourning that's going on underneath the surface, especially with the planetary energies that I described to you, okay? You may not be sharing this, but this is an extreme feeling of mourning, okay? You have 3 cups that you lost, you have 2 left, and here I do have the challenge here is the 8 of Wands. The challenge here is to communicate about this, about the things that are going on here. And what it's saying is that if you do, you will reach ultimate happiness and fulfillment, okay? But what you do need to do is release doubt to be able to communicate. And if you don't do that, you're gonna run into problems here, Taurus, okay? Because I mean, this lane is very clear with the fact that 8 of Wands, this is communication or movement, that's your challenge here, okay? And so sometimes when we go through a lot of self-doubt, you don't even realize how much self-doubt is affecting you, you know, until you talk about it with somebody else, you know, or mourning or pain or anything. Unless you know, bring those things to the surface, there are things that maybe you don't talk to everybody about because you have so much responsibilities, Taurus. That's what I'm feeling here. A Taurus is extremely responsible. You know, very stuck to the routine, very, you know, wants to be a secure and a place of stability, okay? But with the lunar eclipses that are crossing the axis between the natural 2nd and the 8th house, which is Taurus and Scorpio, you guys are gonna have a lot of issues regarding, you know, personal relationship values, income values, the way you earn your, you know, money, the things you value, the things you find beautiful, you know, on an aesthetic level as well as an internal level, all right, as well as, you know, issues of 10 of Pentacles, legacy, family, you know, deep sexual relationships, things of this sort, okay? So a lot of this can go on under the surface, especially if you guys are in a family environment, because the bull likes to be the steadfast, you know, always straight, I'm always good, I'm always strong as a bull, you know, so it's hard sometimes to share inner doubts, okay? But what this is saying is that this is necessary for your self-health and self-care right now at this time. This is a theme for you. What do they not see coming? Okay, self, Queen of Pentacles. There may be another Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus here that's headed your way that is involved in what you need to, who you need to speak with about your doubts and about this mourning and reconciliation, as well as any, you know, third-party issues here, okay? There may be somebody around you that you're not noticing, or somebody around you that's actually causing you issues, that's interfering with you being able to communicate, or that's causing you doubt. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarifiers on it. Can I have for love, please? We have the Eight of Swords. That's a self-imposed imprisonment here. And that's kind of what I described by seeing the Tower with the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups here. Okay, if you stay in a Seven of Cups energy so long, you can actually, you know, become to where you start to make decisions that are not positive for you, okay? This can go to like, you know, fornication, you know, drinking too much, you know, chasing after, you know, immediate pleasures rather than what you really want, because you get so caught up in the disillusionment of all the cups that you just go after the one that's easy, you know, so to speak, all right, for immediate gratification because you were stuck staring so long, and you know, you just become kind of disillusioned. And here with this Eight of Swords here and this Tower, I do see that this is self-imposed imprisonment, okay? It's what you don't see coming. So I see that as a warning here that if you stay in this Seven of Cups energy, you know, that you could, you know, it could advance to a feeling of really being stuck up in your head and a self-imposed imprisonment here, okay? With the Tower here, that's usually, a Tower usually appears to kind of try and shake that up, okay? But maybe if you don't move on beyond that, we'll see what we get, you know, this Eight of Swords energy, you know, or you may, you know, so to speak, if you've ever heard the saying, jump from the frying pan into the fire, you know, that can happen with the Seven of Cups, okay? So we'll see when we get clarifiers. Okay, can I please have for my Isle on home and family here? I have the Hermit. Okay, that's what's, you know, headed your way and or around you in your immediate environment that you don't recognize. There could be somebody that's not talking right now, okay, that has a lot of inner wisdom that maybe you should seek out to talk to about what's going on in the home and family environment, all right? That's highly Virgo energy. It's a major arcana. They hold the Star of Aquarius, okay? They seek solace, all right, to gain inner wisdom, all right? Scholarly study. Kind of almost like to the point of a Merlin, you know, or a scholar, you know, and this person may be in your vicinity and may be able to help you with these challenges if you seek them out to speak with them, all right? And on career, we got what you don't, Three of Swords, okay? So what this is indicative to me of, okay, with the Magician, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords being your challenge, which means you need to take swift action here. There's something, and you're gonna know exactly what this is, Taurus, all right? Because I have it here with fear. This is the challenge, all right? You are trying to manifest something. You are up in your head about something that's very bickery or battly in your work, career, or family environment. If you're a student, you know, it could be your parents pressuring you about what to major in, you know, that goes against your instincts and you're not being assertive enough, you know, to say, no, this is what I'm going to do, or, you know, whatever it is for you, take it as it resonates. If you're, you know, a homemaker, there's battles going on the home front and you're afraid to speak up about changes you need to make in the scheduling, whatever it is, you know, but this is saying that your challenge here is swift communication. This is either incoming or outgoing, but this is your reading and where it is in this lane, since it's not in the external environment or my lane for other people, I'm thinking that you are having the problem communicating here. And the communication needs to come quick to bring justice, because if you don't, the warning here is that there's a Three of Swords, which is third-party scenarios and heartbreak. Too much interference here, all right? And we don't want to get that. All right, or somebody is hurting in the environment around you, and you know, by delaying the communication, it's just making it worse. Blasted Tower on the bottom of the deck on that. So I would say that's right on the money. Let's pull some clarifiers. All right, and I think if you keep in mind grace, all right, and with all these themes, okay, so yes, I'm advising you to communicate, you know, based on the cards and the messages that I'm getting here for you, Taurus, all right, and act in a Queen of Swords. I'm definitely not recommending that you act in a reverse Queen of Swords, which can cut off and bite people's heads off, all right, and engage in nasty talk and cutting people down on a you know, confidence level and stuff like that, especially in the workplace or anywhere else, you know, that would be a very bad idea. You don't want to be a fear monger, you know, but you need to control your own fear. And I would say with this being your overall state of being goal, okay, end goal here is whatever occurs here, you need to do it with grace. Okay, you need to do it with grace. And it seems to be, you know, with Venus, approaching, you know, your own sign, that's going to be easier to do. Okay, so let's see here. Let's pull on this Five of Swords. On the Five of Swords, I get the Four of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and this and the Devil. You may be dealing with a Capricorn, or whatever was going on with work here had to do with some serious bondage, you know, feeling tied contract-wise. There could be contracts at work that are stressing you out, ongoing contracts with business partnerships, okay, people that you're involved in with business that you really don't want to be because there's devil-like behavior or some nefarious acts going on, okay? You know they're there, you know you need to do something with them, but there's something about a battle here that's causing discontent, okay, boredom and or not looking at the cup around you, all right, which is a very important cup. Okay, you know that there's something missing. I feel like you know exactly what it is, okay? It's here with the Seven of Cups, all right? And this devil-like behavior, you can pretend to ignore it as long as you want, but it's going to blow up if you do, is kind of the warning here. And you need to be assertive here to kind of, you know, with the Magician here, I kind of think of, what's the saying that I want to say right here? Like a top to bottom, bottom to top. I know I'm saying that wrong. I don't know why I can't. They're trying to give it to me right now. Tone at the top. That's what I'm trying to think of. That's what they're trying to say. Tone at the top. All right. You know, no matter where you are in the hierarchy, you know, you create a tone. All right. And others will move off your tone. All right. Whether you're at the top or not, others will move off your tone. And there's something here very, very, Five of Swords is like Pyrrhic victories and winning today to lose tomorrow kind of deal. And you know, it's not a very good deal at all, okay? It's not like fair fighting, okay? There's something going on here with that they want you to be assertive about to bring a sense of justice. Otherwise, it's going to wind up in severe heartbreak for yourself and maybe others. And others may be hurting from it right now. But for some reason, I have fear here. So I'm guessing that there's somebody else here or backlash that you're fearing if you speak up about these energies. Maybe you feel like you're involved in whatever happened that needs a sense of justice around it. Maybe you feel like you can get in trouble and you need to question your motives there, okay? Because what this is saying is like, it's gonna come out, all right? All right, so you need to, you know, talk to who you need to talk to here, okay, to bring a sense of justice here, fairness, okay? This is Libra energy. All right, let me pull on the Three of Swords. On the Three of Swords, this is a major foundation, okay, here. And I guess, like, you know, for some of you, and I have it here with the King of Rods, there may be a fire sign or very charismatic and a King of Pentacles. Okay, if you guys are involved in partnerships or large enterprises where there's two masculine energies, okay, does not have to be actually masculine, okay, a King of Pentacles, that's you, all right, and I have it here with the King of Rods. If you guys have fire in your chart, this can both be you, especially if you have a fire ascendant, but for a lot of you, this may be another masculine energy that you're butting heads with at work. This is a major foundation and you're experiencing heartbreak over it. I have it here with the Four of Wands. You're experiencing a lot of heartbreak over this, okay? For some reason, it's involved with work. If you're in the justice system, it may be involved in a case or a major matter that you're working on. All right, if you have personal involvement in the justice system, especially if it's related to a business partnership, that could also be showing up here. You could be, some of you could be experiencing breakoffs with a business partner. All right, there is a need to be assertive to and to not be fearful because there is a sense of injustice here. All right, there's a sense of devil-like behavior either on your part or the part of somebody else that needs to be cleared out for this Five of Swords, you know, for these cheap wins to stop, and you know that the cheap wins are wrong. So if it's you with the cheap wins, you know that it's going to cause severe issues and there's something not right about it, and you need to speak on that because otherwise it's going to cause heartbreak for you and others to bring a sense of justice, and you need to let go of your fears to do that. Figure out a way to do that. One small step in a new direction there because there's fear around doing that. Okay, so, and I have a feeling, you know, for a lot of you it's going to be, you know, in particular, you're afraid you're going to hurt somebody else's feelings maybe, or you are going to hurt somebody else's feelings. But if it's to stop devil-like behavior or improper deals or slow down, you know, unnecessary litigation, that's the right thing to do. That's what you know, you want to manifest that, not manifest, false winds, if that makes sense, Taurus, okay? That's just what I'm getting for you guys on this. Let me pull on this Ace of Cups. Okay, so on this Ace of Cups, I have the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Rods. For some of you, you may have lost a child, and I'm greatly sorry about that, or feel like you've lost an opportunity, a love offer. For some of you that don't have children, it may be a love offer, or a person that you cared a great deal about that you lost, not necessarily through death, just through maybe some improper behavior or surrounding family. Here we have this man that's like, you know, or woman that's engaged in a negotiation with somebody else for a choice or opportunity. We have the Ace of Cups here, so it's like you don't want to talk about who this Ace of Cups is with. Okay, sometimes the Ace of Cups is representative of a pregnancy. So some of you may have lost a child or had a hard time conceiving or something of that sort. But for others of you, there may have been new love on offer, and for whatever reason, you know, this person is offering somebody else the world here, okay? And there's love backing it with this Ace of Cups. But for some reason, there's Seven of Swords. This is like sometimes totally, you know, acting very maverick-like, and maybe there's something maverick-like going on with you right now where you're not revealing everything about this love on offer here, or wanting to be protective or stealth-like about it, okay? For others of you, this is like lying and deceit and manipulation, okay, here. So there could have been something that messed up with this Ace of Cups dealing with that, because I have a Ten of Swords here as well, which is the end of a situation. And it's terrible that there's an end of an Ace of Cups, all right, especially if you or others were involved, because the Ace of Cups is a divine gift of overflowing love. So I don't like to see it there with those particular cards, okay? You guys know how this is applicable for each of you. You know, I'm getting several scenarios that they're kind of like filling me in on right now, and I just went through several of them, all right? And I'm going to pull a little more before I go down a rabbit hole too far here, because I don't, you know, there's others of you that need this reading that I don't want to, like, you know, I'll pull on some of these other energies and tutelary tales, okay? For you guys, I will be pulling specialties and tutelary tales for the signs as well. So I'll pull, like, you know, I'll say, you know, a Taurus in trouble with the broken Ace of Cups, something to that effect, to re-pull this energy for you guys, okay? Where it's really resonating on that level for these stories, okay? But I am seeing an end of a situation due to manipulation, all right, or taking one look back, but it's like a divine gift. So obviously for those of you having dealings with a pregnancy or a loss of a pregnancy or a child, you know, that's something you don't control, you know, okay? The higher powers control that, and you will heal, you know, you will heal. And the right things will happen at the right time, okay? For others of you, there may have been deception around a child or pregnancy. For a small portion of you, there could be, or some sort of love offer that was ixnayed, you know, that was a divine gift on offer due to family, okay? And it's now hurt so bad that it's affecting your health, because I have it here, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul, you know? All right, so here we have on this Ten of Wands, I have the Five of Pentacles, this Six of Rods, and the Eight of Swords. So I do think that this Ten of Wands is indicative for some of you of dropping baggage that you don't need to carry anymore towards new things that you want in home and family, not feeling left out in the cold anymore, okay? Sometimes the Ten of Wands is like, it's so heavy I can't carry it, all right? So for some of you, you have brand new love after a really tumultuous past here, all right? And part of your home and family environment is very tied into, you know, health together, you know, or reinstituting health, because I have the Five of Pentacles, which is abandonment and getting left out in the cold. You know, either you or somebody else in your family may have felt abandoned or left out in the cold here, all right, and it was an extremely heavy burden here, all right, and, you know, sometimes that's created by our own ego, you know, and you need to question yourself on an internal level where that is or where that isn't, okay? And I have it here with self-imposed in prison, all right? And the greatest burdens we carry is what I was saying, are the ones that we make for ourselves. So we always need to reanalyze and question, especially where we feel too much burden that we're not engaging in proper self-care, especially as it surrounds family and boundaries with family members, you know, that do or do not help lift us up to our higher purpose here. Okay, that there does need to be boundaries, and we do need to like reassess every once in a while where we, you know, what we do to protect ourselves in our home and family environments, okay, and our children, okay. Page of Pentacles, please. Some of you may have had a new marriage, okay, that began a totally new deal for you. I have it here with the Nine of Rods, the World, and the Hierophant. This is like indicative of living to fight another day, especially for those of you that are engaged in like a second marriage or, you know, a blended family scenario. This is indicative of carrying that cup forward, all right, to new levels of commitment, all right, that you both have been wounded in the past, but there's a new chapter ending and a new sense of commitment here that you two are carrying forward. Take it as it resonates. All right, for others of you, you may be going through a breakup now, all right, and that breakup, you know, is causing you to really need to take hold of your health, because, you know, that in that scenario, family and home are affecting your internal health, you know, so and that's giving, you know, Six of Pentacles here relative to that. I mean, that's giving everybody in your home and family time for self-care and healing as well. All right, let's see what the Six of Pentacles is. Yeah, on the Six of Pentacles, I have the Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, that's you, all right, and the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups came out in reverse, all right? So there may be an improper give and take or a redistribution of give and take, especially with third-party scenarios here that were unfair in the past, all right, that are affecting the health of the family. You know, this is your reading. They're affecting your health, you know, and there may have been pressures, you know, about that, or there's just a redistribution going on right now that you're, you know, involved in, okay, in your own family environments. And your family environment's great, but it's the external family environment, the extended family environment that needs a little bit of work, okay, and that's work that starts on an inward level because it's affecting your health, okay? Take it as it resonates, Taurus. Okay, but the advice from the universe here on it is Three of Pentacles. That's collaboration, okay? To reinstitute healthy, safe boundaries and collaboration with immediate and extended families where it's appropriate, okay? And sometimes that collaboration is in your own home. You start small, you know? Charity begins in the home. Give and take begins in the home. Six of Pentacles, okay? How we treat those closest to us is, you know, a reflection of who we are. You know, who we are is who we are, you know, it's what you do when nobody's looking. Or, you know, that you don't have to, that counts, you know, sometimes, all right? Hermit, why is the Hermit here? I have the Knight of Rods, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, okay? So here with this Hermit, okay, if these things don't go right, or, you know, there's, you know, continued issues here, I have, you know, a very charismatic, fire-like individual, as well as a very, I don't want to say cutthroat, but very direct individual with the King of Swords here. King of Swords is, you know, representative of Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy. If those are in your chart as a sun, moon, rising, or stellium, this is you, indicative, okay, of mixing with another energy, and this energy is a fire energy, okay, which is Leo, Sag, Aries, okay. If you are in a new blended family scenario, this could represent you and another father of the children in which you're stepping up, you know, into, or vice versa, if that makes sense, okay? All right, and there, you know, somebody may be in hermit mode over this, and it's an Eight of Cups, a walk away. So it's just kind of letting you know that there, you know, there may be somebody that feels pain, all right? Not that your new union isn't good, but there may be somebody that is like, you know, kind of, oh, well, the deal's sealed now, you know, kind of going through that, and they just want you to be aware of that, all right? This individual may be shut-mouthed right now or in hermit mode, and or, you know, hermit mode is coming, all right, while they're processing what they're walking away from, even if it was a long time ago, if that makes sense, okay? If that makes sense, okay? And you don't need to worry about that, you know, the only advice on it is to collaborate. Collaborate with healthy boundaries to protect everyone's health, you know, but collaborate and honor, you know, honor those things in other people. But that's the message I'm getting there for you guys, okay? Let's move on to love. Imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Can I have the Four of Wands here? Four of Wands is an excellent. So I see here with this Four of Wands, which is a halfway to marriage, okay? It's with the Seven of Cups, which ends this aisle. So again, my view on the Seven of Cups was that, before I pulled the clarifiers, was that it might be a warning to not take too long and get it in a negative reverse Seven of Cups energy where you're taking so long that you're not making any decisions and you're becoming disillusioned. And also to not make, you know, hair trigger, you know, decisions, but you need to fully explore the decisions you're making. You don't, you know. And what I have here on this Four of Wands is the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, which is mastery, and the Fool. So some of you may have made a hair trigger decision to get married, you know, and or are considering one. You just make sure you're ready for that, and or you need to stop wasting your time and make a decision about that, you know. But that decision should be made from a place of love, and embracing, you know, the creativity of your own mind and your own feelings about marriage and major foundations in your life, okay? So that you can get wish fulfillment with Nine of Cups here, okay? That's very obvious to me, but let me pull some clarifiers on the Nine of Cups, because I want to pull them before I get to this Tower, because I'm having this feeling that the Seven of Cups is tied into this. Seven of Cups issues are tied into these foundation, wish fulfillment, and Tower issues here, all right, as well as with this Ten of Pentacles, yeah. So on this Nine of Cups, I get the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so once I get the Nine of Cups, I don't pull a third card. So this wish fulfillment here with this Four of Pentacles, there's something you're holding on to here that's a wish fulfillment, and I'm not sure that you've made a choice on it or a decision on it. And I'm not even sure that you're speaking on it. Take it as it resonates, okay? Because that can happen. Somebody that you really want to hold on to, that's a Four of Cups here. There's a Tower here. Hold on. Pop it on me. And the Seven of Cups came out again. Feel like I'm just going to leave it out because it keeps popping out. Okay? Some of you may feel like you made the wrong decision here, or are disillusioned by the decisions you need to make. But there's something here where you're not talking or holding on to something that's a wish fulfillment. There's some issues here. Let's see. Why is this Tower here? Oh, geez. Okay, I wanted to pull four, but I got the Page of Rods, Justice, and then the Tower. So once I get the Tower, I'm not pulling anymore. But I will pull on this Page of Rods and Justice, okay? There, for some of you, if you're involved in any, if you are involved in a blended family and there's any issues surrounding a child that's a fire sign, okay? It's indicative that you'll be done with these matters here, or there's a Tower moment here, especially if there's litigation involved, okay? You need to use your imagination to bring an end to it, all right? There may be a Tower moment here involving this child or you, a sense of justice, all right? This causing a Tower moment here. For others of you, it's news, okay? And I want to know what it's all about. So hold on. Why is the Page of Rods here? So the Page of Rods is clarified by the Empress, Death, and the Three of Rods. There may have been something that you were waiting for here, all right, insofar as news, especially if it's regarding love and justice and a mother-like figure. There may have been a death, okay, or a transformation here, all right, that there's news about, all right, in your love life, or a major transformation regarding somebody that you deem to be an Empress. They may have Libra placements in their chart. They may have a Pluto in Libra with the Death card, which is scorpionic energy appearing here. Take it as it resonates. Hang on. I'm going to pull on. Why is Death here? There is a major transformation with this figure. Okay. It's also sometimes representative of you guys, okay? Because the Fool, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Swords. There's a decision here about a soul tie or soul connection or family here with the Fool. It could have to do with a baby. Could have to do with a baby, an unexpected child for some of you, all right? That's interfering somehow with your love life and the imagination of the recreation of your love life and how you want it to go. That's you feel like is holding you back or needs to be transformed. For some of you, you are the Empress, okay? Because the Empress is representative of Venus and Taurus and Libra, you know. Or somebody could have, like I said, a Pluto in Libra, or you know, there's some sort of transformation here on a Fool's Leap that you want to make in love, or the Fool's Leap that you want to make. Take it as it resonates, brings you a tower moment because it shakes you to the core. But the advice here is to do it and embrace your creativity and imagination here and love towards your wish fulfillment, even though it may shake things up, your foundations in your life, specifically around family, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here with it. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So some of you will be engaging in a new home and family environment. I'm sorry, I'm even saying home and family environment because I know we did it on the line before, but with the Ten of Pentacles, it is indicative of like the everything for family legacy card. So especially if you are parts of blended families, that would, you know, or second marriages or second major relationships in your life, that would apply. It does look with this Ten of Pentacles that you are going to plan a new harvest and collaborate in a new family scenario and love, okay? All right? And it's going to be very healing for you, okay? You may need to be heal from some of those issues as well here with the Tower here, and it's just indicative that you will be going through a healing process here, okay? Why is the Eight of Swords here? Okay, so on the, wow, holy hell. On the Eight of Swords, we have the Four of Rods, which is, you know, again, with the marriage, it's going back to here or halfway to marriage. Some of you are feeling imprisoned by your marriages now. Some of you may have been embarking on new scenarios where you feel freed. There's somebody in the external environment to you that may feel tied up in a self-imposed prison right now, because this is on the what you don't see coming and in the external environment, okay? And again, like I said, you know, there might be issues here going around with transitions, okay? All right, and just keep in mind with the Eight of Swords, that's a self-imposed, you know, prison. All right, those of you that are very involved in self-care, and we got a lot of self-care cards here that aren't even on the self-care line, you know exactly what I mean, okay? So there may be somebody around you that you need to help a little bit with this, or you need to help yourself a little bit with this, but I do see major love here. I see love here and wish fulfillment and either a marriage or a new foundation in marriage, which is excellent. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Oh my gosh, this Justice card, I just got to say this Justice card, which is on advice in this first lane. So for some reason, business may be tied into love, has popped 3 times as clarifiers down here on this third lane, which is love. So some of you may have love and business dealings, you know, whether, you know, you have separation of partnerships, which I mentioned earlier, because of breakups and formations of new ones, all right? There may be some crossover here, but Justice has popped up like 3 times down here as well. You may be dealing with a Libra or have significant Libra placements in your chart. Alternatively, on this Seven of Cups, I get Justice, Death, and the Empress. Oh my God. Oh my God, which is like the exact same thing I got on that Tower. Hold on. Why is Justice here? Oh my God, the Tower, the Five of Rods in reversed, and the Ten of Swords. Some of you guys may be dealing with, again, a major ending involving a major female figure in your life, all right, and birth of a new deal, all right? There may have been a loss of a child, or bickering or battling, all right? Prior bickering and battling, and that's the end of that situation. Holy hell, this is very strong. There could also be somebody that's like born on the cusp that's involved here for some reason of Libra and Scorpio, because I keep getting justice with death, right? All right, and those are both major arcanas for Libra and Scorpio, so you may, you know, you may have issues surrounding a child that's born around that date, if it's a blended family scenario, or you or your mate or someone else significant. You know, that may point to where some of these issues are stemming from, and give you guys a greater, you know, clue here as to what's up. Okay, because this can play out several different ways, and I'm getting several different things from them. They're all over me on this, though. They keep repeating stuff, which is why I haven't moved yet. All right, I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to go back up if we need to, okay? On this doubt, I release the need to know all the answers, okay? Please give me on the Page of Swords. There's something you're studying or somebody you're looking over here. Yeah, it might be somebody you want to bring, you have a lot of love for. Yeah, that you're studying or have your eye on here. Okay, because I have it here with the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups. There could be a water baby involved here, and or a reconciliation, somebody you feel very chivalrous to, and or a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, all right? That's very romantic and a chivalrous person that you like admire a lot here with the Page of Cups, or some creative endeavor that you want to communicate and study on more, okay? And bring yourself forward on, and maybe like, you know, getting in touch with your emotions and that side of your own being is something that you want to get better at here with the Page of Swords. All right, this Page of Swords is actually depicted as this girl studying, all right, and like light bulbs are gonna carry her away, you know, so there, and I got it with the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is the very next card, okay, and this is a reconciliation card. This is also sometimes a third party card, but I see it more here as like you want to, based on the cards that I've gotten so far. There is mourning and some pain here. Okay, hold on a second. Why is the Three of Cups here? So on this Three of Cups, I just got the Queen of Rods in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. There may be a fire sign here that there was a third party scenario or somebody with significant fire placements, either a mate or somebody else is here where there was heartbreak, somebody being left out in the cold, all right, that you want to reconcile with, or somebody that is representative of, has significant fire in their chart. Okay, Taurus, I was talking about this Three of Cups down here, which I got the Queen of Rods, and it's in the reverse, so I'm going to discuss it, okay? Because the Five of Cups follows it, all right? And the Five of Cups is indicative of severe mourning attached to a tower. Could be the tower here, all right? And so this, you know, is a past tower or a prior tower. This is also connected to Scorpio. All right, Scorpion energy, because you're mourning and you're transforming after a death or a loss, okay, or a transformation. But here on this Three of Cups, that's sometimes like celebrations may not be going on, or people and friends that you used to have in your life that you cherished, you may not be as close with them anymore. You're closed off from them, or you can't, you know, collaborate with them as much as you used to. But here on this Three of Cups, I have the Five of Pentacles, which means somebody was left out in the cold, or there's abandonment issues surrounding this, okay? And I have a Queen of Rods in the reverse. If this could represent any, you know, feminine energy, sister, you know, ex-spouse, current spouse, whatever it is, significant other, but you know, or an old one, an old tie that left you feeling abandoned or out in the cold here. All right, the Queen of Swords, and I mean the Queen of Wands in reverse can be a big gossip. Okay, and I do have it here with the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're really, you know, there was a tear up of like family or friendships here, all right, revolving around a reverse Queen of Rods. And sometimes that, you know, it could be cheating sometimes, you know, or somebody, you know, that did you wrong, you know, this person, you know, in the reverse can, you know, engage in magic. And when I say dark magic, I mean like, you know, wishing somebody ill, going around gossiping around somebody just to tear them down, or to, you know, try and ruin their lives. That's not a positive thing, you know. That's you know, wishing somebody ill, you know, trying to screw with people's lives here, okay, you know. And this reverse Three of Swords can be coming out of a heartbreak from that, or severe heartbreak that feels hard to heal. okay, surrounding this individual may have been very critical or broken up, you know, things in the family. Take it as it resonates. All right, with doubt here, I release the need to know all the answers. Okay, you don't always have to explain. You'll never always get all the answers for why somebody did you wrong. And it's not your job to. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's stuff that you can't explain that has nothing to do with you. And taking on personal responsibility to yourself is like hurting your own soul here is what this is showing, okay? But there's severe mourning around this, okay? Why is the Five of Cups here? All right? Sometimes that's about them, not about you, you know? Okay, why is the Five of Cups here? I have it here with the World, chapter ending, a wounded warrior, and the Four of Pentacles. This is something you're not talking about a lot that caused you a lot of internal pain, and it's telling you here that soon you will be communicating on these things, because I have it here. That's part of your self-care, okay? Self-healing here and releasing the need to know all the answers, but being able to talk about the pain is important here, okay? Because it's here with the Eight of Wands. That's movement and communications, okay? All right, and what you don't see coming here, I have a Queen of Pentacles here. All right, so I'm going to guess that that's either somebody with significant Earth in their chart, Virgo, Capricorn, Tauranian energy here. All right, and the Sun, you know, the challenge is communicate about this with this, you know, and what you don't see coming, I have a Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this person's going to provide you with some healing because it's followed by the Sun. All right, that's the ultimate joy and happiness in the deck. Okay, so let's see. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Okay, so I got the Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles that's planning a new harvest, the Eight of Pentacles, all right, and the Queen of Pentacles. So there may have been a earth sign that you walked away from, as well as another earth sign in your life here, because this is what you don't see coming, or this earth sign is walking away from prior dealings in their own life to replant with you, okay? They want to plant a harvest with you, and in the future, it's going to, you know, either has or will bring you to the ultimate joy and happiness in the deck, okay? And you do need to communicate with this individual about, you know, prior pains of your own, all right? With those issues that I just discussed, okay? Because it's going to bring both of you a great deal of healing, okay? Why is the Eight of Cups here? The Fool, the High Priestess, and the King of Cups. Yeah, it's gonna, this person may have another individual that they take a full sleep on with, or have another child, all right, with the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Onic energy. I'm gonna say Pisces here because it appears here with the High Priestess. This person may be very intuitive, all right, and they may be, you know, really standing in a king-like power to walk away from certain things in their lives to plant a new harvest, all right? And they may also have significant earth in their sign, or have gone through a breakup, or will go through a new relationship with a King of Cups like energy, okay? But the ultimate outcome for all of that, and the advice from the universe, is to just feel the joy of the sun. That it's all going to wind up good, and it's going to, everybody's, you know, going to be in the sun here. Ultimate joy, happiness in the deck. So thank you so much for being with me here today. Welcome to all my new subscribers. If it's your first time in here with me, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. I will see you guys in Tutelary Tales, as well as for your specialty love reading and June reading, okay, which will be coming up soon. Thank you so much, Taurus. I'll see you later. Don't forget to cross watch and check your stellums, moon, and rising.